Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I figured we would start with the basics, and that is cleaning and sanitizing your brushes. Very important. A lot of people have questions surrounding it, so I figured I would take some time and show you how I do it in a professional way. So the first step that you want to do is to sanitize your entire sink, counter space around it, all with some Clorox 99.9% cleaner bleach. This will get rid of any of the bacteria that could cause any issues while you're trying to clean and sanitize your brushes. Next, I'm going to sanitize the countertops as well because that's where the brushes will be drying. Now that the surfaces are clean and sanitized, I lay out my paper towels, which I will be using as a drying rack for my brushes once they're cleaned. So to sanitize your brushes, you're going to need a couple things. First, I use Sonia Roselli's Tiger Eye soap, which is the best soap to clean your brushes. I'm a little sad because it is discontinued, but don't worry, there is another brush company that is amazing, and it is called London Brush Company, and they have a great soap as well. You're going to need your bar of soap in a little dish. You're going to need a silicone scrubbing pad. You're going to need some 70% alcohol, which I've already put in my spray bottle, but you can just grab bottles from CVS. And you're gonna need dirty brushes. And you're gonna need some dirty brushes. First things first, get the bottom of your silicone mat wet and place it in your sink. And first, I just put some water on just the brushes, making sure not to get any water up in this top ferrule, because if you do that, it will break apart the brush. So you gotta keep the water down on the brush part only. Next, you go in with your brush soap, rub it on there, make sure you get the base of the brush, get the sides of the brush, and then I bring it to the mat. Any of the brushes that have fluffy hairs, I like to go back and forth and up and down. It keeps the brush hairs more aligned and it doesn't ruin them. Just for good measure, I'll go in there with my hands as well afterwards, just making sure that everything is cleaned, and then we rinse. Again, making sure not to get the water up too high. And just kind of pushing out the soap, making sure that it is fully rinsed. Now that you have a completely rinsed out and cleaned brush, I squeeze out any of the extra water. Then I grab a paper towel, spray my 70% alcohol on it, and wipe off the handle. Because it's not just the brushes themselves, the hairs that get dirty. Your hands are also probably dirty while you're using them, so you want to make sure that everything is completely sanitized. And then once it is dried, I reform where the hairs are, form it back into its shape, and I lay it flat to dry. Next, I'm going to show you with the synthetic brushes how to clean these, because these can be a little bit trickier to get the makeup out of. Same as the other ones, wet just the hairs. With the synthetic brushes, I like to do a circular motion because these ones are more densely packed, so you can really get up inside the brushes better. Make sure that you're getting all the sides of the brush hairs as well. Now for these, I like to go on like a bumpier ridge and do circular motions, right and left. And again, make sure that you're getting the sides of the brush hairs. And for good measure, go in there with your fingers and really clean it out. What I love about the Sonia Roselli is that it has tea tree oil, so there's that extra added antibacterial element in there. But also, C. & Richards, London Brush Company, has the tea tree oil in her brush bar soap as well, so that will work the exact same. And this is what I find gets your brushes the absolute cleanest. Squeeze out any excess, and always making sure that it's tilting down. You don't want to ever have a wet brush facing the other way, because then water will drip into the ferrule, and that's what will end up separating the glue and ruining your brushes. So you got to always make sure that it's tipped down when you're squeezing out the water, and that you lay it on a flat surface while it's drying. Go in with 70% alcohol onto your paper towel, and make sure you get the entire brush handle so everything is nice, clean, and sanitized. And we lay it flat. You're going to continue these steps to wash and sanitize all of your brushes. I lay them out and they usually take about 6 hours to dry. And then before I'm ready to put them back into a set bag, I will clean them off on the paper towel one more time, just rubbing them back and forth to make sure that they're totally dry, and then they're good to go. The links to all the products that I used will be listed in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next week. I look so tired. This is me after a day of working and my brushes are dirty and I am tired. But we wash them anyway.